I haven't bought a designer bag in years, and this particular one took me a few years to decide on. I finally decided that it's worth it. For anyone that knows me, I really love handbags, but it has been a while since I've bought myself a luxury or designer or expensive handbag, and last year was a really big year for me. For a bit of context, I basically have 3 jobs. I work full-time in MarTech, and then I also, alongside that, run 2 businesses. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, last year was a really big year, and to mark that, I decided to buy myself a little gift. This is the Acne Studios Musubi Tote in Camel Brown. It currently retails in Australia for $2,850. I am a huge Acne Studios fan, and it was something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. I'm definitely not someone who would impulsively buy a bag, particularly at this price point. However, if there's something that I really want and I know that I can get it cheaper, I will. So originally I had been planning to buy this in Japan or Korea this year because I'm going traveling over there. It is a little bit cheaper from like an exchange rate perspective. Like if you just look at the retail price on the Acne Studio website, and then also factoring in tax back, it was going to save me a lot of money, and it was just like a no-brainer. Why would I spend more money here if I already know that I'm going to be going overseas and I can get it cheaper? However, when I was doing budgeting for that trip, I was putting together a wish list, and I actually stumbled across this tote for less than I would have paid overseas. So an even better deal, even with the tax refund. So that was great because, well, it made me want to get the bag sooner, because I was like, oh, why wait until Japan? I have the money, I've been saving for it. Might as well get it while it's cheap, because also I didn't know if it was going to stay that price, and then I'd end up paying more in Japan. It was only a marginal difference, but it was still like money saved. That said, even with the discount, this is still a big purchase, and I wanted to make sure that I was 100% before pulling the trigger. So before buying it, I actually went into the Acne Studios store in Melbourne to try it in person. I knew that I wanted to check whether this would fit my work laptop. So both my work laptop and personal laptop are both MacBook Pros 16 inches, so they're quite big, and that is a personal choice because I prefer a bigger laptop for my work and for like my other businesses. It's really handy, and I do travel a lot for work. The staff were really helpful, and I also tried on the bigger size. It's got a different name, so it's the Acne Studios Musubi Midi shoulder bag. So it's the larger version, and I didn't love this larger version just because I'm pretty small framed as it is, and it was pretty big, and even without stuff in it, it felt quite heavy, and I just knew that that was going to be a too heavy of a bag for me to carry around, so it's just not really practical for me day to day. Because even if I'm not carrying my laptop, like I feel like I'd still use this bag like as a weekender traveling, and then I know that it'll fit my iPad Air, so I thought this is like a no-brainer. I really hate carrying heavy bags, and I have some regret with this Prada bag that I own. This gorgeous Prada bag. I bought this a very, very long time ago. I've actually got the thing in here. When did I buy this? Well, I bought this in 2015. I actually bought this on my birthday, in January in 2015. So I've had this bag for 11 years. Anyway, I love this bag, but it is already like heavy. Like the leather is so nice, but it is so heavy without anything in it that it's not really practical for me, which makes me really sad because I actually love this bag so much, but I can't really use it for work because it's too heavy, and I already have bad posture. It's gonna be too heavy, so yeah. So with that in mind, I already knew that I wanted the Musubi tote. It does actually, and I was reading on Reddit, and it does fit my MacBook Pro 16 inch, but it's definitely a snug fit. And then, you know, I also have an iPad Air 11-inch, which I can work with when I don't need my laptop. So this was like a conscious trade-off for me, that I might not carry my MacBook all the time, and I can still use my iPad. So that kind of worked, because I feel like I'll get more use out of this bag in this size in general, not just for work and travel, but just in general, rather than that really big other size. But I know other people are really happy with that. It just doesn't really suit my needs. So it solidified that the Musubi Tote was the one for me. Let's get into the unboxing details. So it comes in this dust bag. I don't really know what material it is. I guess it's like a linen, like cotton kind of material. It's also very hard to see, but it does actually say Acne Studios Stockholm on the bag, but it's like right at the bottom, so like when you've got it like this, like you don't really see it, but that doesn't really matter because it's literally just a dust bag. So opening that up, you've got the bag, and then inside the bag it also popped in these bits of paper to hold its shape, so to help hold its shape. So I normally leave those in when I'm not using the bag, if I remember to put them in. But to be honest, this is like going to be in my rotation very regularly, so I imagine I probably won't use it. We'll just pull out paper. So first thing, we've got this large shoulder strap. It's actually very comfortable. That was another reason I need to try it in store to see whether it was like actually practical, because there are a lot of bags that are sort of marketed as like a work bag, but then the strap ends up being too thin, that if you end up having a lot of stuff in here, it's very uncomfortable. But that's not the case with this. So we've got like this nice thick shoulder strap, which is also adjustable. So there's another setting. I've got it on the furthest, like longest setting, because that just kind of suits me, but there is a shorter length if you want. It's not removable, so this strap will just kind of be there. And then if we just look at, I guess, the exterior details, so very subtle, Acne Studios. We've got the camel brown leather, so the exterior, or the shell they call it, is calf leather. And then inside we've got like a softer lamb's leather, so it's quite nice. These two leather grab handles as well. You've got the iconic Musubi knot details on the sides, and then inside. So inside, it's pretty much an open cavity like this. There's a snap button closure at the top, but there's basically two sides and then this internal zipped compartment, which also has like a little Acne Studios lanyard attached to it, to the zipper, so it's like easy to like pull it open. And then we've also got a little pocket as well. It's not closed, but just like a little open pocket there. And then in there we've just got the little card that came with the bag, so just the care cards. And then also it has like the bag dimensions and then also like the manufacturing date. I wouldn't say this is like an authenticity card. I don't think Acne Studios really does that. Not that I'm like planning on selling this. I don't buy bags to then resell them. Like I buy them because I want to use them. But yeah, it says here that it was manufactured October 2024, so it is currently January 2026. So this has been like sitting around for a while, but honestly, like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I don't need a bag that was manufactured like when I ordered it. I'm still very happy with it. Something that's interesting about this bag that I haven't really seen much for other bags, and although I haven't bought a expensive bag in a while, I do spend a lot of time browsing. So I'm still looking at them, even though I'm not buying them, and it's not something that I've noticed, but the leather So the leather that's been used to make this bag come from a leather working group certified tannery, and they've given a silver rating, which is quite good. If you want to learn more about that, feel free to do your own research. I think that that's quite cool. I think that a silver rating is quite good given the price point. Again, not all bags, especially in the luxury category, even are a part of that, so something to be aware of. If it interests you, you might not care, that's fine too. From a practicality perspective, I have tested it, it does fit my MacBook Pro 16-inch, but it is, as I said, it's quite snug, and I imagine that it might soften or warp the edges over time. To be honest, that doesn't really bother me. I buy bags to use them, and this was my trade-off that I consciously made when I decided to go for this tote size rather than the larger size. Now, I guess another thing is that there's only this zipped compartment in the center. Your items will be pretty loosely on either side. I mean, we do have this buckle little button closure like that, so when that's closed, it's kind of a bit hard to show you with the handle, but you can see like it's still kind of exposed for things potentially to like fall out. So yeah, your things are kind of loose because of that, like there, like I can kind of put my hand in, but it's still like closed up to a degree. Besides that zip, that doesn't bother me personally because I organize my things in pouches. But it is something to consider if you prefer a bag that's got lots of internal pockets and that's like skillable. As for the on the body fit, I am really happy with the size. Obviously, I did go into the store to try it on first to make sure that I was happy with it before buying it from Net-a-Porter. I feel like it fits the right amount of stuff for my day-to-day needs, but still has enough room without feeling overstuffed or too heavy. I don't like carrying heavy bags, so yeah, I feel like this is a really good compromise between capacity and comfort. I've really wanted this bag for a while, and what really sealed it for me was seeing it in real life. So actually last year I was on a car launch, and one of the other content creators there had this exact bag in the camel brown leather. It was like literally this bag. And I hadn't seen anyone in person wearing it or like styling it or like in a work context before. But yeah, actually seeing it in person rather than just browsing on the website as I usually do, that pretty much confirmed to me that I wanted to save up and I wanted to get it. So yeah. I travel a lot for work, and this is my current work bag. It's a Mansur, probably pronounced it wrong, Mansur Gavriel Hobo bag. It does like fully zip up. It does fit my MacBook Pro 16-inch, but it is like, it's kind of got some like warping marks on the sides, and then also just because of the size of it, there's a bit of scuffing on the edges, but that's just because I am clumsy. But I love this bag and I'm gonna keep using it. Let me know if you want a review on this. I still will use it as a work bag as well, but I was keen to have a bag with like a bit more structure. So like obviously this is great, like even if I don't have my laptop in it, like it's actually just like a great everyday bag too. But I wanted something that was a bit more structured for work and travel, and this fits that gap nicely. So my final thoughts, I absolutely love this bag. I'm really happy with it. Obviously, I've been thinking about it for quite some time, so it hasn't been like a fleeting thing that I'm like, oh, I just want to get this trendy item. I don't really do that. I would rather buy something that I would genuinely love than buy stuff because it's like trendy, because, you know, I want to use this forever. This is like a bag that I want to be using it and rotating it within my collection. I'm really happy with it. The leather smell is incredible. It's one thing that I really love about bags, really high quality bags. It smells amazing. That said, the real test will be how it goes day to day with work and travel. I will definitely update you on how it wears over time, and if you want a little video of what fits in my bag, let me know. Otherwise, let me know if there's anything specific that you would like to know about this bag. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.